and I want to tap into one of your superpowers. This might be not fun. Can you spell? I'm going to start easy. Misspell. Spell misspell. These are the top 10 most misspelled words.
MIS. Ooh, this is weird.
This is
Don't do
weird,
it.
but
Don't
it
do it.
should be exactly what you think it should be.
Is it one S?
Why would it be one S?
MISPELL.
There you go.
Wrong.
Thank
There
you.
are two S's.
Really?
Yes. Why would there ever be one? Miss.
Because
if
he
you
said it was a commonly...
misinterpret, if you misinterpret, all right, spell, that word starts with an S. So you misspell has to be two S's.
Taylor,
You don't,
everyone
like,
here thinks
apostrophe
you're
that
dumb,
shit.
but not me.
Not me.
I
I
had
think
no
you're
I don't know what it is.
Only him.
But that was the easiest one. What's
Kyle,
the
do
next
you
one?
want
Well, that was tough because he said it's
I
a
do not
commonly
want
misspelled
one.
word.
The next
and
one
so
I
you
think is
He psyched
actually
you
the next
out.
one's hard. The
Psyched
one
me
after
out.
that's easy.
Well, shit.
Taylor, let's hit you. Spell Pharaoh.
PHAROAH.
I think it's AOA.
AOH?
Kyle got it.
What?
Kyle got it. All right, you know what?
Man,
I'm
I'm not
fun
good
with
at
this,
these
and I'm giving
commonly
it to
misspelled
Tucker
words.
because I think he might get it. Tucker, spell weird.
Okay, well that's easy. Everybody knows how to spell weird. You got it. It's not harder than you think.
WEIRD?
There you
Yeah, but it's E
Why-
before I, so people get
Yeah,
it wrong.
but I mean, that's what's confusing about it. I mean, I don't know, when I just picture the word weird, it shows up like that. In my head.
Pharaoh and the previous word, whatever
It's
that
like
was.
it's like Wednesday. When I read
Misspell.
Pharaoh, I read Pharaoh. I don't know. It's weird.
Here's one I can never spell, and I've just given up on remembering. Restaurant. And it's just-
Restaurante.
Have you ever seen that bit by Patrice O'Neill when he's
No.
talking about, like, Patrice O'Neill? Go watch Elephant in the Room. He died like 10 years ago. One of the funniest comedians
Rip.
ever. He'd had a bit about spelling and how bad of a speller he was. He's like, I love my mom, but if some guy comes up and puts a gun to my mother's head and says, spell restaurant, or I'm gonna blow her head off. I'm gonna go, Mom, I love you more than anything in the world.
I mean, yeah.
But it's like restaurant.
Do you guys
Yeah.
want any more? Or are we moving
It's
on?
restaurant. Yeah.
I do want one more, but
R-E-S-T-A-U-A-R-N-T.
the worst part about restaurant is, like, I watch Seinfeld, and like every episode it flashes the word in front of me, and every time I see it I go, remember this time, dumbass, remember this time. It doesn't stick.
RESTAU Ront.
I think that's correct.
Yes.
Restaurant.
This one's hard. They're all hard,
Restaurant.
but doable for Kyle. Intelligence.
INTE. Are there two L's? Let's do two L's. Is it two L's? I'm going with two L's. LL. Okay. IGENCE.
Kyle got it. That's right. Nicely done, Kyle.
I'm pretty high too. Like, that's why that was so difficult. I'm like picturing letters pop up in my head.
I think this one's hard, and I'm going to hand it to Taylor.
That one is kind of hard.
Because he's kind of the...
No, this is an all play. This is an all play.
Taylor, handkerchief. Handkerchief? I don't even know how to say it.
See, well, you gave it away by correcting yourself.
Yep.
Oh, did I? Okay.
The hard part was the chief part.
Yep.
Not
is it
for
a
me.
Chief?
Well,
is it a chief?
There's plenty of hard parts in this word for me.
Is it a chief?
HANKERCHIEF.
Kyle nailed it. Did you cheat?
It's handkerchief.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
The
right.
only
But
thing I'm playing with is this.
my dad always said handkerchief. And I'm sure a lot of other people.
Yeah, I think that's what I would say.
So
They'd
it's
spell it
kind of
like chef at
confusing
the
when
end
you.
instead of chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, or that.
Yeah.
Most of these words I don't even know. Gobbledygook? Anyone want to try it?
What the fuck? Nobody's like, hey, spell gobbledygook.
It was number one.
Gobblety.
GOBBELTY.
GOBBELTY.
That was actually pretty far off. GOBBLEDEGOOK.
Gobbledygook.
Gobbledygook. Gobbledygook.
You know what that word is like?
I didn't know that was a real word.
You know the injector in Kharkov, the Obadobolos that no one pronounces correctly ever? It's the same
Say
shit.
it again.
Obadobolos. I just say it quickly so that it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's a
know.
drug in Tarkov. Isn't
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's another one of those words.
Yeah,
that I
I was
can-
But
sorry,
can you
I just-
spell it?
yeah. I knew
It's
you could pronounce it.
Obadoblabos.
It's something like that. It's the extra bose on the
It's
end.
definitely OBODOBOL EOS or some shit.
It makes your mouth do some stuff it doesn't normally do with words.
I'm gobbling.
Well,
Yeah.
that turned out okay. That was all the words that I actually knew from that list.
It's
There are two
way
more I don't
easier
even
to
know.
spell a word if you pretend to write it than if you
Yeah.
just start saying it. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
if I had a
It's
sheet
like
of
you
paper, it
you
would
get
be
ahead of yourself with
tremendously
muscle
easier.
memory and then you just spell it.
Have you ever actually, and I mean this without a hint of irony, watched the Spelling Bee
Yeah.
ESPN champ? I was watching on an airplane, and yes, I was drinking heavily. It was cross country, but this was the year where they had 7 tied people because they just could not get anybody out. They were on like round 7 of overtime, and nobody would lose. And I'm sitting here just like they're throwing words out and asking for etymology of things that have 17 syllables, and I'm like, refrigerator's about as far as I can go in my head. It was just like things that make no sense grammatically, and it's just I love it. I'm dyslexic,
I watched that
so it's hard.
show, the Spelling Bee, in awe of
Yeah.
everybody involved, of the kids that can spell the words, of the adults that can pronounce them. I'm like, how do he do that? Like, how do when they just read the etymology of it correctly, and I don't know, there's like Greek root words and stuff like that they hand out. I couldn't do any. I could work the camera maybe.
When I see it, I see a massive waste of time and talent because you have these clearly intelligent children who are like, they're probably a little weird in one way or another.
Yeah, they're definitely a little
so that they're
weird.
good at this, but their talent is being focused into a really stupid fucking thing that has no financial future in life. There are no adult spelling champions, I've noticed.
That's true. It's not
and if
That is true.
there are, I know who Kurt Schilling is, but I don't know who can spell onomatopoeia. Like, I got no fucking
You know
clue.
what? You're right. It kind of goes the way of like women's lacrosse. Like once you leave school, I don't even think anybody even realizes it's
women's
a thing.
sports as a whole.
Hey, the WNBA is crushing. Oh, tennis. I mean, golf.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, tennis and golf.
The
ones where
times
you
are
can
changing.
appreciate
No
their
longer
figure.
are that funny. All right, would have been a banger in the 90s.
Well, I forgot about tennis and golf. Those are real
And fighting. And fighting, oh my.
Oh yeah,
fighting is a good
MMA is
one.
incredible. Yeah,
Dude, if there's
I
a
would
chick on the
wager
card,
sometimes.
her sex doesn't really play into her popularity for me at all.
No.
It's the backstory and the fighting and the winning. And
No, I like those chicks because they're badass. Now, I will say this: ugly is ugly. I don't need pretty, and I don't need handsome. But if ugly is there, I'm gonna laugh at it. Like there's a couple of those men and women, and we're making fun of them, and there's no sexism coming into play. We just think they're really fucking ugly people, and we don't like them on our TV. It's like,
on
get out
a
of here,
related
show.
note,
Put a bag on its head.